Друзья, привет из Непала, Катманду. Мы приехали в город БХАКТАПУр. БХАКТАПУр. Вход стоит $15 для иностранцев, 1800 непальских рупий. И для индийцев ланки 500 рупий.
Русский?
Русский.
День добрый.
День добрый. Ой, какой теремочек. Красота неземная. 500 рупий. Нам по 500. Покажи еще, Ван. Take, please, show me. Show me. Да, да. Вообще красивая такая. Давай. Это план. Где where we come? БХАКТАПУр. Where entrance?
Entrance from here.
Ну ладно, да, неважно.
ये बहुत अच्छा इधर का गाइड इंग्लिश में बताएगा.
I need or Russian or we ourselves check through.
We have tried, he tried.
У нас вот непальский гид есть. Какая же сразу красота начинается.
Irina, come here. Look at that.
Турист Information Center.
Square.
Вот мы на Durbar Square.
Comedy Square, and also Pottery Square, you know, and it takes about 1.5 hours of time to see all Bhaktapur. So this is the UNESCO site, old heritage city, you know, not like Kathmandu. Many beautiful monuments to see here.
Здесь очень много прекрасных монументов, не так как в Катманду, и вам минимум 1,5 часа понадобится, и он хочет только 1000 рупий, чтобы все объяснить. I have to know, I will understand him or no?
Mama, I will translate you.
I explain it very slowly. It's our job, you know.
Вот, when it was,
17th century.
в 17 веке мастера создали вот из камня такие прекрасные статуи. Дурга и богиня.
Bhairava.
Байраба богиня. Но
Bhairava is the
король...
incarnation of Shiva, the angry form of Shiva.
Инкарнация Шивы. Но король, чтобы они не произвели заново такие прекрасные статуи, он им руки отрезал, архитекторам. И люди потом боялись, да, что производить похожие вещи.
Смотри, птички там сидят.
Ой,
Это для них гнездо. Школьники постоянно сюда приходят после школы. У них тут такое место тусовки.
ну им же бесплатно, это здорово.
Yes, let him come, and then I'll give you short introduction about this Durbar Square. How
Сейчас
this city was found.
Саши
So this used to
придет.
be the capital of Nepal before Kathmandu.
Это
So
должно
now is
было
Kathmandu
быть
the capital.
столицей
So before
Непала
this
до
was the
Катманду.
oldest capital of Nepal. Okay? All right. So let's start the tour. So we'll spend around 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour walking around this
Пошли
city.
отсюда, мы
And
потратим
talking about
1,5
the city,
часа
okay,
и
so the
поговорим
city
про
was
этот
found in 9th
город.
century, almost 1200 years.
Этот город был создан в 9 веке, почти 1200 лет
In
назад.
Nepal, we have 3 different Durbar Square. One is Kathmandu Durbar Square, one is Patan Durbar Square, one is Bhaktapur Durbar Square.
У нас есть 3 королевских площади в Катманду, вот здесь и
Patan. Yes.
Патан.
So Durbar Square, it means the king palace.
Дарбар это значит королевский дворец. Окей, what is your name?
Promise. My name is.
Promise?
You mean the king?
Your.
My name is Promise.
Promise.
Promise. Yes. I'm a
Nice
local
to
from
meet
here.
you.
I've been working guide for almost 2 decades. Almost 20 years I've been working as a
Почти
guide.
20 лет он работает гидом туристическим. And what is your age?
Now I'm 32.
32.
I'm
С 12 лет.
Yes, please. You can.
I,
No, not yet. I'm just in a living together.
he married, да?
Russian wife?
No, Nepali.
Ему не надо русская жена, ему нужна непалка. Хорошо, окей, promise камин.
Alright, so talking about the religion, Nepal is a Hinduism country. 81% of population lives in Nepal are Hindus, 9% are Buddhist, and 10% other religions like Christian, Muslims, and other religions. So in Hindu religion, what we people believe that we have more than 33 million god and goddesses. but mainly 6 are the most powerful god and goddesses. 3 named as Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, Mahesh. So this is the god of creation, protection, and destruction. And there are 3 female goddesses, named as Saraswati, goddess of knowledge or the education. Secondly, named as Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, prosperity. And the third is the Durga, goddess of power. So these are the 6 most powerful god and goddesses of Hindu religion. And talking about the architectures, we can see 3 types of architecture. The first architecture is known as pagoda. Pagoda is always with the roof, with the plinth and the pinnacle. Okay, so pagoda, yes. And you know how is flag of Nepal?
Yeah, we know.
2 triangle.
Yeah.
So the flag were inspired from pagoda architecture. Yes. So when you do half, then you can see the shape of flag of Nepal. If you join 2 flags, it turns to pagoda architecture. So that is why we call it Nepali style.
Very good.
And the second architecture is Indian style, Indian architecture.
Yeah.
We call it Sikhara style. It's like a shape of mountain. And the third one is the stupa. Have you been to like Bodhanath, Swambhunath? Yes, so that's the Tibetan architecture. So these are the 3 different types of architectures what we can see here in Nepal. And talking about this temple, okay, so you might be not familiar, but I'm sure you are familiar with the Char Dham.
Yeah.
So in Hindu practice, what they believe, visiting Char Dham make people liberation. So liberation means moksha. They don't have to incarnate again. So they make this Char Dham in 15th century by the king Yakshamalla. Because in Hindu practice, visiting Char Dham make them liberate. So back in time, it's difficult for people to visit Char Dham. So the king, he make the replica of Char Dham here. So that is the Rameswaram.
Yeah.
This one is the Kedarnath. Just behind of this is the Badrinath and this is the Gopinath. And you can see here, the lions are facing outside. They are the protector of the temple. And you can see the Garuda on the top. It's facing inside of the temple. So that's the transportation of Vishnu.
Yeah.
And this temple is back from 17th century.
17.
Almost 400 years.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you can see on the top of the pillar, the statue of King Bhupatendra Malla. So he was a king from Bhaktapur. Most of the art and architecture's monuments were made by him in 17th century. And you can see he is sitting on a lotus flower.
Yeah.
In Hindu religion or in Buddhism, lotus is the symbol of knowledge or the purity. And under the lotus flower you can see the snake, which is the symbol of protection. And on the top of the head of snake you can see the small bird, which is for the peace. So peace, protection and wisdom are the quality what king need.
Right.
If there is only lack of one thing, he cannot be a king, which is peace, protection and wisdom or the knowledge. And you can see on this left side, so these all are the parts of the palace.
Yeah.
So this white part here, back in time, it is used as a conference hall. So in local language, we called it Lal Baitak. That means the conference hall or the meeting hall or the seminar hall. So whatever the big seminars, meeting happened, that used to happen in this part of the building. But recently it is used as the art museum.
Okay.
And inside of this art museum, we can see old painting called Thanka, which is related to the Buddhism philosophy, like mandala, the wheel of life, life story of Buddha. This kind of painting are visible inside of this art museum back from 12th century. And back in time, they used to paint that kind of painting directly in a wall of monasteries. But later on, they developed painting on a cotton canvas because they can scroll it and they can take it with them wherever they travel. So reason why they make those kind of painting on cotton canvas with natural color, and they even use real 24 karat of gold as ornamentation of the painting. So later on, if you are interested to see the sand mandala, which is made out of colorful sand powder on the floor by the students of Dalai Lama, then you can visit the sand mandala. Now, so these two are the major attraction of this Darbar Square. So that is the one of the famous palace of Bhaktapur, known as 55 window palace. So there are 55 windows around that palace, and we had earthquake in 1934. So during 1934 earthquake, that building got totally collapsed, and then it got renovated again after 1934. So reason why 2015 earthquake nothing happened, and the building it even looks new as well as it was constructed after 1934 earthquake. And you can see this is one of the masterpieces gate from Bhaktapur known as Golden Gate. It is not a real gold, it is gold plated. So talking about why they make this art and architectures, because back in time, in king period, they had a competition with each other who can make better architecture. Because nowadays also brothers, they have a competition who can have a more property, who can have a better lifestyle. So back in time, in king period, they had a competition who can make better architecture. So reason why these art and architectures are formed in Kathmandu Valley. So talking about this Golden Gate, just hearing the Golden Gate, it sounds so luxury.
Yeah.
So you can imagine people who haven't come to visit Bhaktapur, when they hear about Golden Gate, that sounds very luxury. Oh, Golden Gate in Bhaktapur. So lots of people, they come to Bhaktapur just to see this Golden Gate as well. And this is the main entrance to enter the temple called Taleju Temple. So we're allowed to go inside of this Golden Gate, and we can see one of the beautiful masterpieces, wood carving from 15th century, and as well as royal bath for king and queen, where king and queen used to take shower. So let's get inside the Golden Gate.
Какие же мастера были великолепные.
This is the pinnacle of the temple. So here, that's a statue of Vishnu, god of protection, and whereas that's a statue of Shiva, god of destruction. So the Shiva is also the symbol of fertility. It is the symbol of creation as well. Because this round, it represents female, and this pillar, it represents male. So it's a combination of male and female. So if it's a combination of male and female, it's a symbol of fertility.
Shiva
it's a
Shakti.
creator.
This is called Shiva Shakti.
Shiva Shakti, exactly. So this is how the whole world is created. And talking about this statue here, this is the protector. Normally you cannot see any temple of Brahma, because this whole world itself is the Brahmanda. It's a creator. Already they created, so we need his protector and the destroyer.
There is only one Brahma temple. It's in Pushkar.
In Pushkar, yes, exactly, yes. So you cannot find normally Brahma temple in Nepal as well. If you see the Brahma
only
temple,
one in the world.
yes, exactly,
Pushkar.
yeah. And you can see the statue here. So on the top part, let me show you. Let me point you out. So you see this part is a new part. There's a light brown. This is new part, and this low part from the belly, it's the old part. So it's mixed it up with the old part and new part while they renovated. So it's not like everything they replaced into new. They use old and new mixed together for renovation. And you see this part is also new. And whereas you see this part is all old. So you can see the carving. This is all faded, and that is still clear.
Look in the middle. That's
Yes.
a Krishna.
Yeah, it's a
playing
Krishna.
flute.
Yes, it's a Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu.
Yeah, we know. Yes.
Lover God, it is also known as lover God. As well as he got 1600 followers. We don't call the girlfriend, but the followers of Krishna. And look at here, most of the old temples and houses in Nepal, the doors are very short.
Yeah.
You know why they make short door?
Because short people.
No.
Yeah.
No, many people, they think that Nepali people are short and they make short door, but that's not the reason. The reason is for the respect. While we're going inside to the temple or houses, we have to bow our head. So they forced to bow their head for the respect. That's why they make short door, mostly in old temples and houses in Nepal. And as well as you can see the statues here.
When people bow,
Yeah.
that is because no ego.
No, exactly.
Oh, I am
It's
the
a-
boss.
exactly.
I am the
No, it's a
ego.
respect.
That's why you do like this.
Exactly, yeah. And this statue I used for oil lamp on the hand on the top of the head, because back
Yeah.
in time they didn't have electricity,
Oil
so
lamp,
if they
yeah.
want to walk
Yeah,
on
yeah,
night time, there is oil lamp on the hand on the top of the head.
Wow, it's beautiful, very beautiful.
Девочки в брючных костюмах. Ну, наверное, здесь холодно, и школьная форма есть и с юбочками, и с брюками.
And you can see here how beautifully done all this wood carving. This is all back from 17th century.
Yeah.
So all this yellow part are the original part, but whereas this brown part were newly constructed after 1934 earthquake.
Yeah, it was.
So you can make picture, video only up to this part. After we cross from this corner, then the photo
Not
video
allowed.
is
Okay.
totally prohibited, okay?
Royal bath?
Yes, this is the royal bath for king and queen, where king and queen used to purify. Royal bath means like not really stay naked and get showered. Just before go inside to the temple, they have to be purified. They have to be pure.
Yeah, only
And
for
then-
the royal
Only
family?
for the royal family. So outside I will show you the public. So this is for the royal.
Yeah.
And this is also back from 17th century. Exact date was in 1688. Okay? And before water comes from Nagarkot.
Yeah.
Nagarkot is 20 kilometers away from here, from where you can see the beautiful sunrise, including Mount Everest and as well as all the mountain ranges.
Right.
So water used to come from 20 kilometers away.
Yeah.
But during 1934 earthquake, the pipelines got destroyed. So that's why now no more water coming.
Right.
And you see the tap down there.
Yeah.
That tap we called it Luhiti. Lu, it's mean gold, and Hiti, it's mean tap. So it is also known as golden fountain. Okay, so you can see the fountain there, lots of animals as well, and as well as you can see the makara is eating a goat, and water comes out from the goat. Makara is kind of like mythological animal. It's more or less like the seahorse.
Oh, seahorse, yeah.
And you can see here the snakes. So as I mentioned you, in Hindu religion, snakes is a symbol of protection, and those are the cobra, stand as a sources of water.
Sure. Very nice, very nice.
Вот так, вокруг всего бассейна королевского кобра. И это только для королевской семьи, для омывания королевской семьи. Прежде чем идти в храм, они должны были вот здесь, в этом бассейне, омыть себя. А в другом месте у нас общественные будут омывальни. Любимое занятие Саши, когда встречает японцев, это практиковать. Да, в общем, все свои языки практикует и радуется очень, когда встречает носителей японского языка. Да, по улыбкам. Я стала снимать, а наш гид подходит и говорит: здесь же нельзя снимать именно в этой части. Я говорю: извините, Саши 11 лет жил в Японии и радуется встретить носителя языка, побеседовать. И тут, да, я вижу, что он отлично говорит по-японски, и он заговорил с Саши по-японски, представляешь? Да, я говорю: а я вижу, я слышу, что он по-японски говорит замечательно, как японец. Саши говорит: я уверен, что сейчас очень много индийских туристов здесь. Он говорит: да, индийских и китайских. Мне, конечно, придется заморочиться с переводом. Я снимаю на обе камеры. Промеш, how many language you know?
I know around 7 languages.
7 языков он знает. Which?
Yeah, I can speak Chinese, I can speak Spanish, Italian, English, Nepali, Newari, Hindi, Japanese. And you can see the big bell over there. So that big bell is known as communication bell, because back in time they didn't have electricity. If the king want to collect the people, they ring the bell. So all the people, they come here and they know the notice from king and queen. But the modern name, we called it internet bell.
Интернет. Вот такой был интернет, вот такой колокол, когда надо было на какие-то тусовки собрать королю народ. Да. Они просто в этот колокол звонили, и люди собирались.
It is not just for communication. It is to activate our chakras, activate our energy center. We have like 7 different chakras. So when our chakras get imbalanced, then we have problem in our health. So you might heard or not about the singing bowl. So there is a kind of a bowl which is made out of 7 different metals. Okay, so those kind of bowl are also used for meditation, concentration, healing. So I do sound healing as well here. So if you're interested to learn about sound, how the sound can impact in our mind, mentally, physically, then in the second square, there is my store. So I can give you a few minute demonstrations with the singing bowl. How to use the singing bowl for meditation, concentrations, activate the chakras, balancing the chakras, as well as the transfer of the vibration as well. In 2015. So now it's on the construction going on.
Вот это было разрушено в 2015.
So this is not a temple, okay? This is just a private rest place for this one. Yes.
This one.
This is just a private rest place for king and queen. And during 1934 earthquake, this building got totally collapsed. And Chancellor from German, Helmut Kohl, came to visit Bhaktapur in 1987 and rebuilt in 1992. So this is the one which was gifted by German government. So you can even read the German language and the stone script down there. So let me take you closer. In German language, explanation about that. So whereas this 2 flag is the Nepali flag and this is the German flag.
German flag, yeah. I lived 10 years in Germany.
German also.
Wunderbar.
And here, this is the public bath. Inside we saw is the royal.
А вот это вот общественные
Because back in time,
купальни.
people didn't have own tap on their houses. So in that time, they come here, take water, shower. So these are for the public welfare. And overall in Bhaktapur, we have 56 baths like this. So one spot, one public bath. We go another spot, another public bath.
And was that free for people?
Yes, it's
Local
free.
people?
Yeah, it's free. Because no water, no civilization.
Yeah.
So water is like the main resources for the civilization.
I just say guest house too.
Хорошо, давайте.
And go every day.
Вот это вот не дворец, это просто было для посещения людей. Это не дворец и не храм.
For rest for clean
It-
and thin.
Да,
At the time of earthquake 1934, fall down.
король и королева здесь могли отдыхать, но в 1934 году произошло землетрясение, вот эта красота разрушилась, и немецкое правительство помогло восстановить.
And the president of Germany came in 1987.
В 1987 президент
He sponsored for
Германии
this one.
приехал сюда, и Германия была спонсором восстановления этого прекрасного здания. Вот, а это общественные купальни. Здесь у них не было дома душа, ванны, и 54 паблик, 56 у них в этом городе общественных купалин, типа бань было. Это было бесплатно.
This was temple.
Yeah, this is the Durga temple, Vatsala Durga. So this was also damaged by the earthquake in 2015, but newly reconstructed. So as I mentioned, not everything.
А это храм Дурги, он тоже был разрушен в 2015 году и восстановлен. И вот это сейчас восстанавливается после землетрясения 2015 года.
And look at this temple, which is under construction going on. This is the temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. So there is a Kathmandu Pashupatinath, one of the biggest Hinduism pilgrimage site. So the king in 15th century, he made the replica of the Kathmandu Pashupatinath. So this is a replica from the Pashupatinath in Kathmandu. And this
Это
temple also used to be very
реплика
famous for the
Пашупатинатха
erotic
храма.
Kama Sutras. And those kind of Kama Sutra erotic carving can be seen around Shiva temple. So they do have a couple reasons. The first reason is to protect the lightning. In Hindu religion, thunderbolt, it represents as a virgin god. So virgin, they don't like erotic. So if they put erotic carving around the Shiva temple, it is protect from the lightning. That is the first reason they put the erotic carving. And the second reason is that back in time, less population, big land. And there is no doctor, no medication. So people can easily die back in time. So if they put erotic carving around the temple, it can be motivate for people about sexuality to increase the population. So reason why they put erotic carvings around the Shiva temple. Yeah, so let's go slowly this way.
У них есть разрешение, у них лицензия висит на груди, что они, да, что они могут здесь просить.
This is by birth, so lots of tourists also try to help him to
Многие туристы
heal,
пытаются
but
помочь
it
ему.
not work. So the municipality, local municipality.
И муниципалитет разрешает.
Look at this one here. So this
Просить
is
деньги.
the Indian architecture. In local language we call it Lo Dega. Lo it means stone and Dega it means temple. So it's all made from the stone temple. And this temple is dedicated to Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity. And you can see on the top is the camel. That's the only camel that exists in Nepal. So we don't have any other camel. So that means either in 17th century, the people from here, they went to other country, they see the camel and they make the camel. Or the camel itself travel here in Nepal, people saw and they make it the camel. So that means they already had this old trading system, old trading route, so Silk Road. They connected with the Silk Road.
Silk Road is very old. Very old.
Very old, exactly. So you can imagine, this is the camel that we have. This light brown here, this
Это
all
был
new,
королевский
made
отель,
and dark brown are all
королевский
old.
гестхаус.
To have a temple like this, lot of stairs.
Ага. Это очень распространено в Непале, вот такие вот храмы строить со ступенями. Даже машины тут едут.
So there is
Этот
a whole
храм
month
тоже
of
был восстановлен
we celebrate a
после
festival called
2015 года.
Now festival. It's like a Day of the Dead in Mexico.
Oh yeah.
So the people, they bring all the photographs of the people who have passed in a year. So then they take all around the city, and there is a holy lake called Gosai Kunda. So the people, they also go to Gosaikunda for purification. And they also believe that worshipping that day, that month to the Shiva makes the dead people all liberate as well. So this is the Shiva for the liberation as well.
Храм Шивы для освобождения.
And this is one of the best spots for the taking pictures because you can make two lions as a frame and you can get all the temples in the background.
Это лучшее место для фотографий, потому что здесь и храмы, и вот этих два льва, и какой-то даже дедушка прекрасный. Куда дедушка пошел? Застеснялся дедушка.
33 meter high, 108 feet tall. And the name of this temple is called Nyata Pola.
Самое высокое
It signifies 5.
в Непале.
Significance storage. So it signifies 5 storage temple. And this 5 storage represent 5 different elements of our cosmos: earth, water, fire, wind, and space. And you can see in front of the temple 2 wrestlers, 2 elephants, 2 lions, 2 guru, 2 god and goddesses. It is the symbol of 10 times stronger than each other. Like those 2 wrestlers, they are 10 times stronger than we normal human being. And those 2 elephants are 10 times stronger than the wrestler. Lions are 10 times stronger than the elephant. Griffin are 10 times stronger than the lion. And most powerful is god and goddesses called Singhini and Bagini, tiger face and lion face. And what they wanted to give masses for the people. You see the statue of god and goddesses? They are smaller, even though they are in the top. So outlooks doesn't matter. Internal power, that's matter. That's the message they wanted to convey to the people. And this whole temple is completed only in 7 months. Over 17,000 people were contributed to make this temple. And this temple was made in 1702 AD. Okay, almost 322 years. And talking about this temple is dedicated to female goddess Siddhi Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth, goddess of Tantric, wife of Vishnu. And they made this tallest temple here because of this temple. So this 3-storied temple is dedicated to Bhairava, the angry form of Lord Shiva. They believe that this Bhairava comes from Kashi. So we call it Kashi Vishwanath. So after this god gets stuck here, so the people were terrified by this god. And then the people, they went to king to complain about this god. How can we make this god quiet? So the astrologer advised that make more powerful temple than him. So they make the temple of Lakshmi. That means money is powerful than the anger. Money can control the anger. And not only that, in Hindu practice, if you want knowledge, worship woman. If you want money, worship woman. If you want power, worship woman. Men, like Shiva, go to mountain and do Tandava. So this is from 15th century. Yes. This is Lakshmi. Yes. No, this is Ganesh.
This is Ganesh. I have Lakshmi too.
Yes. So this is Bhairava. You already have Lakshmi here.
Yeah,
She is your Lakshmi, not this.
I know.
She is your Lakshmi,
But this is more
not
important.
queen.
This is more important.
No, she is more important. This,
The best
she have
couple
many.
more important
I
than
know. You have
Lakshmi.
many.
I know.
Mama
No.
have many. You have only one.
Mama will bring everything.
Mama
If
have
Mama will be
everything.
happy, yes. Mama make you happy if Mama will be happy. Yes?
course.
No, you're not sure.
Mama.
So this
You
is the
should.
second square. So if you like, take some picture. If you want to have a picture here, you can stand here. I make a picture with this temple and with this temple. And then as I mentioned you, so I will take you 5-10 minutes time for the sound demonstration.
Yeah.
And then you can have a coffee time.
Yeah,
so
sure.
tea, coffee,
Very-
short break.
Nice one.
Ага. Давай. Отлично. Спасибо.
Давай, Ван, тут.
Yes, I know.